we have Vanessa joining us from Texas, and three, I'm used to her rounding out the night. See, part of the benefits of her being in our country is she's starting out the night. Crazy, right? Her music can be heard on radio stations across Australia, New Zealand, US, where she's at right now, UK, and more. She has her singles all along here. And of course, you hear Hold the Stars on our radio network as well. It's done very well in Australia as well. Vanessa has placed in a number of charts, including the TCM Top 100 Songs for 2015, 19, and 2020. She placed in the TCM Top 100 Artists for 2015. Her last 5 or 6 singles released to radio. That's right. In Australia, it's done so well. It's placed alongside artists in the top 30, alongside for King of Country, Rebecca St. James, Lauren Daigle. She's a heavy hitter in Australia. Ha, Freudian slip there. Vanessa has toured throughout Australia and all over the world with the themes of love and hope in her music. Vanessa's passionate to see the truth of the gospel permeate deep into people's souls and uses this as a basis for every time she sings and speaks. Joining us by way of Australia, she took a detour at Albuquerque and she landed herself in Temple, Texas. Please welcome the one and only Vanessa Kersting. Vanessa, hello. Good evening in the USA. Howdy, mate.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, doing well, thank you.
Now she's just back to her regular Australian accent. I see how it goes. She just says the Texan accent shenanigans for before the show. She really did a really good, Texan accent. I'm just saying. Do you care to give it a shot again?
It's so good to see y'all tonight. How's that?
Hashtag worth it. Thank you very much, Vanessa. Yes. So you've been in Mississippi. You've been in snow-covered Michigan. Mm-hmm. You're now in Texas. You're just traversing all across this great land. See how I mixed a big word in there. How has the U.S. been treating you so far these last few weeks, Vanessa?
It's been good. Not quite sure which weather that I'm following. Like, I've gone from
it just depends on where you're at in the country.
Yeah. Last night we had tornadoes all around us. But yeah, it's how it rolls, right?
Exactly. Wait 5 minutes, you'll get something else. I mean, you go to Michigan, you get like a foot of snow, and you go to Texas, you get sunshine and 7. You never know.
Yeah, it's fun times.
And you're going to be here in the U.S. for quite some time, I do believe now.
Yeah, so I got my visa, so I'll be over here for possibly the next 2 and a bit years. So yeah, looking forward
next couple of years. Well, welcome aboard. And are you going to be basically kind of centered out of that Mississippi area where you first came in? Is that kind of where you're going to be based out of, more or less?
At the moment, yeah. So I've got a car, and I really like driving. So I'll.
Well, good for you.
Yeah,
you're putting on some miles doing a lot of that driving.
Right. But yeah, we'll be doing a bit of a tour around, and but mainly based in Mississippi, because there's some people there that are some good friends, and keep me real, keep me honest, and support me.
And Red says, to which we'll bring up right now in a second. How was it getting the old driver's license, learning how to drive on the right side of the road?
So there's been a couple of occasions where I have got my sides mixed up. One was because a big storm hit and I got a little bit flustered with it all, and I was driving on one of the back roads. Thankfully it was a back road, and I was going, why is this car coming straight towards me? I'm like, I don't get it, and they're still coming. Like, what is going on? Then I clicked.
Just in the nick of time, thankfully.
Yeah, right.
Good thing you didn't do that on a freeway on-ramp or something.
Oh, no, thankfully. Have not done that one.
Oh, good.
Golly, yeah.
So we'll get Vanessa to stay on. She'll learn how to stay on the right side of the road just in time to go back and have to drive on the left side of the road all over again.
Right.
It's kind of like Elizabeth finding her room on the final night of the cruise ship.
There you go. Yeah. True.
Sorry, did I say see how that worked its way in there? All right. First song we go, Vanessa. What do we got for us tonight?
All right, so I am going to attempt to play guitar tonight. I'm currently in the middle of a women's conference down here in Texas.
I
So,
know you're not in front of your usual keyboard. This is kind of weird.
right. So yeah, we're going to give the guitar a crack. And of course, wanted to start out with one that you guys know and have heard me play on guitar before. So get your hey yeahs ready because we're going to do some
Aha!
across all worlds. Here we
Although I
go.
believe you were in a different room the last time we saw you do this on guitar, if I
Yes.
remember correctly.
I am not in the bathroom, so
No,
you'll
you're
be
not. But
very
you
pleased to
do have
know.
a sequel to your trivia coming down the road, which I'm very pleased for.
Yeah. There's a bit of a update coming up, so
Yes.
will be fun.
Across all worlds now, Vanessa kicking off Red's Room tonight.
Here we go. Across all worlds, he came for us. With Father's passion burning, with strength unknown in spirit's fire, he fought forever undoing what love, what care, what fearless joy has found us in the night, that we may know as he has known the everlasting light. So wait, my child, you feel laid down. There's hope for which you long. The night is day, the sun has come. The Father's heart is strong. All right, here we go. Let's sing Hey Yeah. Hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, yeah, yeah. Sing hey yeah. Hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, yeah, yeah. So wake, my child, you feel laid down. There's hope for which you long. The light is day, the sun has come. The Father's heart is strong. All right, let's do some hey yes. Hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
Well, hey, yeah, going there, kicking us off right here on Red's Room tonight, across all worlds, and we're kind of doing that tonight with a Australian Texan here tonight. Kidding. Now you're here in the U.S., of course. So you've done a number of tour dates already, including one there near Temple, as a matter of fact. Where are your future travels here on this tour you're embarking on this year going to be taking you? What places, and where can we find out the number of different dates that you're going to be at?
So I'm gonna be in on the East Coast in the next few weeks. So I'm going to be in Virginia, going to be in Baltimore, back up to Michigan. then in Nashville, back in Jackson, Mississippi kind of area. And then hopefully, everything going well, Idaho in June. So I am so excited actually, because this time I'm actually on the same land continent. So
yeah, that was a number of hurdles getting you here the last couple of times when we've collaborated. Is you were stuck over there. Now that first hurdle has been cleared. You're at least on the same mainland as we are. So that's step one.
Yeah, so I was Googling actually the other night. Okay, how do I get from Jackson up to Idaho? Where do I stop on the way? So it's looking like it'll be a fun road trip.
Road trip. Yeah. No kidding. Yeah. Good stuff there. We're glad you're enjoying your time out here in the U.S. You can be blessing a lot of folks, leaving an impact, of course, here in the U.S. as well as your homeland in Australia. So good to see your music is making a huge difference, and good to see you making some headway over here in the U.S. Great to see you over here. Song number 2, what do you got for us tonight, Vanessa?
So I'm trying to work out the ones that have my songs that have E and A chords, because they're probably the only 2 chords that I can play on the guitar.
Oh.
So this song, I don't think I've actually played this very much live. It's a song that I wrote quite a few years back, after I had like an incident of like friends or family members passing away. And this song is called Goodbye, and it basically tries to say, you know, like, we all go through phases of losing someone, whether it's a friendship that, you know, I've just moved countries. There are some friends that I had back there that, you know, lives change. We may move in different directions. There's lots of connections. There's sometimes loss in our lives around, you know, something that we were able to do yesterday, we're not able to do today physically. And so there are times in life where we have to say goodbye, not necessarily to a person, but to other things as well. And you know what? It hurts like hell. Saying goodbye is a really hard thing to do. And so this song is kind of just to go, you know what? One day we are going to have to say goodbye, but through those tears, we're going to learn to fly. We're going to learn how to breathe again. You know, the place in our heart doesn't go away, but we learn to breathe in a new way, breathe again in that time of saying goodbye. Yeah. So this is my E&A song, Goodbye. No.
I feel ninjas coming on for a lot of folks already. Vanessa Kersting, Goodbye song right here on Red's Room.
There's a time in life for everything, a time to love, a time to cry. There's times to dream and times to fly. The hardest time is when we say goodbye. In my heart won't go away. We'll learn
Yeah.
Good stuff there. That warms the old heart there for anyone who's dealing with any sort of grief over loss of a loved one, or maybe loss of a situation or something that you held dear to. Hopefully, we're sending prayers from the great comforter, as only he can do. And may he hopefully learn to show you how to fly and breathe in a new way, as Vanessa gives us with that great reminder with her goodbye song right here on Red's Room. Nice, what beautiful song there, Vanessa. Hello, everybody watching on Facebook. Jerry Bradley, good evening to you. Rick Gash, good evening to you. I know Bianca Mendoza is watching out there. John Miller watching us from Tampa, Florida. Adrian Spencer joining us as well. Good evening to all of you. Thank you for joining us here on Red's Room. Hope Resound says, love your voice, Vanessa. We'll hear from them in just a little bit. Elizabeth, our tech director tonight, says, that spoke to my heart. Thank you, Vanessa. You don't have any idea what that means for me. So that song touched her heart, and I'm sure it touched a bunch of other hearts tonight as well. Vanessa Kersting here joining us on an all-new edition of Red's Room tonight. Any cultural differences you're finding so far from Australia to performances in the US, or are they actually pretty similar in the ways that we gather and worship and things like that?
I thought you were going to leave it at cultural differences, and I was going to be like, nah, nothing different at all.
No, really? Nothing major, huh?
You know what? Probably, there are obvious differences in terms of, we talk a little different. You guys use different terminology to us, like the boot is the trunk, and the bonnet is something else. And I'm learning lots of new words to describe things. But, people are people wherever you go,
Yeah.
like we all have our journeys, we all have our stories, some people are in a good place, some people are struggling with something, and just to be able to get there and hang out and be like, you know what, even in those dark times you were loved. That's something that people here need reminding of just as much as people back home in Australia.
The reminders and the themes, no matter where you are pretty much the same. We all need those reminders, some of which tend to be universal. But since we went there, I saw one or two on chat. Let's go there right now, shall we? Vanessa's got one more song here for us in just a second. But so some of the word differences. So you mentioned a trunk here is called a boot. A boot.
Yep.
Well, if the trunk is called the boot, what is the hood of the car called? A hat? I mean, no. What is that?
That's your bonnet.
Oh, it's your bonnet. Oh, right. I knew that.
Actually, that's almost like a hat, isn't it? Because bonnets.
The bonnet is a hat. Yeah, right? it is.
Oh,
so apparently your car is just parts of the wardrobe, I guess. I wouldn't know what the door would be called then.
Jacket? Oh man. Yeah.
All right. We could have fun with this real quickly, shall we?
Sleeves.
What?
Sleeves. Yeah, nice. The
sleeves.
Sleeves. Come out. Yeah.
We're not going to talk about the horn.
It's called a horn.
Oh, it is called a horn. Oh, okay, fine. Yeah. And the tires?
Yeah, we call them tires or wheels or things that go round and round.
Now, Hope Resounds put one in there. Maybe you can enlighten us. They mentioned the word faucet.
Oh, yeah?
It's a tap.
Yeah.
It's a what?
The tap. We call it
the tap. Okay, yeah. Well, we sometimes call it that when you're drinking water, but we call it tap water. So I mean, we kind of do call it a tap out here. Okay, I see that.
A shopping cart or a shopping trolley back home is a buggy.
Trolley is a what?
Is a buggy in Mississippi.
A buggy.
So I'm just like, everyone just gives me these blank looks. They're just like.
Cassie's like, yeah, buggies. What do you like? Walk in there and go, excuse me, I need a trolley.
Yeah, some days, or you just like you just go help yourself. But sometimes when I'm like going with someone, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna go get a trolley, and they're just like, what? What's that? Yeah.
Now, and we've already mentioned this before in our sister series, but what do you all call a bathroom over there?
Bathroom.
No. Oh no, come on. I've heard different slang terms for it over there. Come on now.
So the toilet we
Uh-huh.
call a loo or a John or
Don't
a
you use
locker.
the dunny over there or
Outhouse.
something too?
Yeah,
Dunny.
Dunny. Yeah.
Dunny.
Outhouse.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's that
Outhouse.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Some crazy things we
We're
say.
we're going to continue this conversion words topic with Hope Allen's later. I have a feeling we'll try to dig up some more and put them through their paces a little bit later. I want to ask you too. One of the first photos you sent over of your time in the U.S. was a photo of you at a Walmart. Was rite of passage if you're new. That wasn't your first time at a Walmart, was it?
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
No.
It's the longest I've been in the country without going to Walmart, though.
Oh, so that's like one of your first stops whenever you get in the U.S. Typically.
Yeah, usually. Yep.
Yeah. Is there anything like when the minute you step into a Walmart, you're like, where do you gravitate towards when you're in a Walmart? Like, I mean, you're heading there for what item are you headed there for? Like, I must have this when I step foot in a Walmart.
Oh man, it's not really anything specific. It's kind of just like y'all have a lot of stuff in there, like
We do,
and like guns and like fishing rods and we don't.
I suppose they do have those in Mississippi, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you not have it up there?
Well, the whole gun thing is probably varied by state where you're allowed to carry it, like especially in a Walmart. But fishing rods, not everybody probably has those in a Walmart. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Those are pretty common.
There was we found some funny stuff over the years in Walmart that you just don't imagine that you would be able to get, but you do. So
such as
we found a divorce kit in Walmart one time.
Oh wait, a what?
A divorce kit?
A divorce kit?
Uh-huh. I know that's not necessarily a amusing topic, but just the fact
I know they had such a thing.
Yeah.
What?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, for real. So just very random stuff. Very random stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be random. Yeah, that would be random. Mine too. Elizabeth says mind blown. I know. I'm even surprised at that one.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Usually I gravitate towards the electronics or like the food or clothes, that sort of section.
Are you a tech geek?
I just like to see what you go.
No.
Usually I need something, so
and I'm sure the food we have, I'm sure there's a lot of differences there. I'm sure.
You have like a lot larger meals. I can almost do 2 meals a day if I have breakfast and dinner, and like it's a lot of food. It's a lot of food.
Are you a lunch skipper traditionally?
No, usually I'd be like a snacker. And like I was saying to my friends back home, I haven't really had much chocolate since I've been here because yours tastes a lot different to ours.
Oh, okay, a lot different. Are we talking it's more sweet, more bitter, more what's the difference there?
Nicer?
What?
Nicer?
No.
I don't know how to describe Australian chocolate. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. And I think, it's a little bit maybe more bitter here.
So is over here, are you saying over here ours is like second rate compared to Australian, or you just haven't found one that compares yet?
I did have one tonight that compared a little bit, like very, very close to Hague's, which is an Adelaide kind of company. They make these peppermint truffle bars, and I had these other ones here tonight. It was good, but
Greg, are you familiar with this? What she's talking about here?
We have Hague's in Sydney. I will not eat anything else than Hague's. I'm a chocolate snob. My husband will tell you. So, I love Hague's.
I don't complain about anything.
All right. Now, Vanessa, the real question is, why didn't you bring some over here for us to share?
I'm sorry. I literally was running so late, my housemates were dragging me out of the house to catch my train. So
before you like missed your flight or something,
right.
and
Yeah.
oh boy.
So yeah, no time for Hagues, but
all right, you're forgiven. All right. Song 3, what do we got, Vanessa?
Okay, this one is called If You Could Only See. And it's just a song from, I guess, the father's perspective of wanting and longing for us to know who we are and how much we are loved. And just saying, if you could only see how precious you are to me. We are the beloved sons and daughters of the Father, and they long for us to know that right to the core of our being. So yeah, this is called If You Could Only See. If you could only see, if you could only know, if you could only see all that I can see, I long for you to see, I long for you to know, I long for you to know how precious you are to me, and I'm for you, and I love you, yes, I'm for you, and I love you. If you could only see all that I can see, I long for you to see, I long for you to know, I long for you to know the depths of how I feel, and I'm for you, and I love you, yes, I'm for you, and I love you. If you could only see all that I can see, if you could only see, if you could only know, if you could only see how precious you are to me.
Yes, indeed. Vanessa Kersting right here on Red's Room. Oh, so good. If you could only see, a little reminder just of who we are in God's eyes, and hopefully our identity is secure in Him. Little reminders of that tonight as we have just a great time of worship tonight here on the Friday night edition of Red's Room, and we can safely say Friday night with Vanessa because she's not that much of a future person right now. Thank you very much. Yes, indeed. Checking in with Facebook land. Adrian Spencer, good evening to you. Mike Smeckle, great music. Glory to the Lord. Adrian Spencer says, yeah, bonnet. He agrees with that translation over there. Barry Baxter says, hey, Vanessa.
Hey, Barry.
Jerry Bradley wants to throw another bathroom thing. He says water closet. That's right.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah.
Water closet. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Poppy Pete, Australian friend. Good evening to you. Toilet equals the dunny. Yes. There you go.
Yeah. Or the twit if you ever watch Kath and Kim.
Yes, Jerry Bradley says, thank you, Vanessa Kersting. Very, very nice. Yes, indeed. Gotta love that. All right. Now, let's bring on. Can we, Elizabeth? Can we spotlight? I'm going to do a fun thing real quick before we get into our next guest here. And just we're going to do just a really fun round real quick. Okay. So, well, you want to spotlight Hope Resounds in here too, just real quick. Apparently, these are so whoever wants to chime in. Okay, we're just going to run through some of these real quick. Whoever wants to explain some of these are apparently Aussie slang terms that leave Americans straight up confused. So perhaps you can shed some light on this. For the first one would be loose unit. What the heck is that?
Oh, loose unit is someone who is just off. Oh, I'm trying to not use Australian slang. They're a little crazy. They're a little crazy. They're a little
crazy. All right. Well, I guess we use it over here too. Well, sort of, yes, but apparently Aussies use the term ankle biter a lot.
Oh yeah, little kid.
Kids.
Yeah, really short people.
No, children.
or a tiny dog. Yes. Yes. 3. Buggered.
Bugger.
Buggered. Yes, buggered.
Tired. Would you say?
Buggered.
Did you say buggered? Yeah, tired. Yeah.
Tired. Okay. Clucky.
Clucky.
Oh, you want to have children?
Yeah.
Ooh, all right.
It's kind of like when someone has a baby and you get all clucky because, like, you're like, oh, what a cute little baby.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
That's clucky.
I didn't think that was Australian, but anyway.
Daggy.
Daggy?
Sheila.
Sheila's a lady.
Yeah.
A lady, okay. Chinwag.
Just to yap and yap and yap until the cows come home.
Okay.
Just a never-ending chitter chat.
What is the slang term for yonks?
What?
Oh,
Yonks.
ages. Like when you say I haven't seen you for yonks, it means I haven't seen you for a long time.
Okay.
I'm like, what's yonks?
Aggro.
Frustrated,
angry,
aggressive.
Yeah.
A few stubbles short of a 6-pack.
Oh, that's the same as a few sandwiches short of a picnic.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Perfect. Across the ditch.
Oh, going to New Zealand?
Overseas. Or going to New Zealand specifically.
Okay. All right.
Or across the pond, as you might say.
Yeah.
Across the pond. Yes.
So Vanessa is across the pond right now.
Oh, she is.
She is.
She really is.
Yep.
And of course, we know Arvo is afternoon.
Yeah.
What's a bricky?
Bricky or bricky?
Like
bricky.
A tradie, like a builder. Yeah. Someone who bricklays.
A brawly.
Umbrella.
Oh, perfect.
Oh.
Yes. Who would be referred to as a chippy?
Oh.
Carpenter?
Yeah, all right.
Jesus was a chippy.
Chuck a sickie.
Ah.
Okay.
Calling sick when you're not really sick.
Yes. And finally, well, we might do some more of these later with Upper Sounds. Finally, crikey.
Like, my goodness, my gosh, wow. Or surprised, shocked. I don't know.
Yes.
Like crikey, Vanessa was amazing tonight because she was.
Right.
She was indeed, yes. Did you have another one for us, Vanessa, or is that about it tonight for you?
No, we'll leave it there. Yeah.
We'll leave it there. All right. First of all, I'll borrow a slogan from Kat Lee over here. Time to promote thyself. Yes, it is time to, wherever we want to follow along your musical journeys, whether you're in Australia or here in the U.S., keep in touch with all your tour dates, places coming up where we here in the U.S. can see you in person. Yes, I highly recommend it, of course. And just keep in touch with your releases and all that. Where might we find you?
So I'm keeping active on Facebook. So if you want to check out where I am or kind of what's happening on my travel, my Facebook music page is a good place to keep updated with that. Also, my website has my tour dates. There's also some on my Facebook page as well. I'm on Insta, Twitter, and if you want to hear the music, you can jump on YouTube, Amazon Music. Josh, I got the plug in there, um, or like Apple Music, all those streaming platforms hang out there. So yeah, that's where you can find me lately.
Bacola Eason, welcome. The says beautiful, breaking down a lot of those words there too. Adrian Spencer, few sheep short in the top paddock. Oh man, love that. Whitney D's Hotel, good evening to you. Yeah, Adrian says this is how we shorten the English language. Yes. Whitney D's Hotel says, love your music, Vanessa. Enjoyed last night's show too. Yes. Of course, I think you're on Carolyn's Corner last night. Yes, indeed. Andrea Vestby Music says, great show, great music. Thank you to all who are sharing. Good stuff. Thank you to all who are watching out there in Facebook land today. Are you doing more songwriting or recording while you're out here in the U.S. as well?
Yeah, that's the plan. And like depending on where I'm playing, like last week I played at a church that I didn't really have a theme that, well, a song that fitted with the theme of the service. So I wrote a song for that service. So I'll be doing a little bit of writing specifically for places that I'm playing, but also just generally working towards songs that'll go on an album. So yeah.
I was going to leave it there, but that leaves just one more question, if I may. Are you good at that? Now, some writers have a hard time with it. Other writers do really well with it. Are you good? Like if you're given like a theme or a prompt like that, just cracking a song out like quick like that, or does it just really depend on what theme you're talking about here?
It probably depends on the theme that's being talked about. Some take quite a while to do, and sometimes you've only got 7 days to do it. So you try and crack it out, but yeah, it just depends on what the person's talking about. But yeah, we give it a crack, give it a try, see how it goes.
Vanessa, always great to have you here on Red's Room. Much continued blessings to you personally and professionally. We're so glad to have you here in the U.S. for a little bit of time. Selfishly over here, I know hopefully I'll get a chance to meet you here in a couple of months in Idaho or maybe a little bit sooner, depending on where you're at. And just many thanks for kicking off Red's Room on such a joyful, spirited, just worshipful note here tonight on Red's Room. Always a pleasure to host with you, to have you here on Red's Room. Much love to you. Thank you, Vanessa.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, everyone.